want to share with you 7 lies of the global youth culture. The first lie that we believe in our culture today is that we can only be sure of what we see. And it creates a deep sense of uncertainty because some of the most important questions in life relate to things that we can't see. And it leaves us believing a second lie, that we're here by accident. Because if nobody knows who I am or why I'm here, then there must not be a reason. You know, you often wonder and think, well, how do we manage? Well, we live by following a third lie, that everything is going to be okay. But there's so many things in our society that are coming from that idea of that there is no purpose, that I can't know why I'm here, I'm uncertain, so I just need to enjoy my life, and it doesn't really matter how I do that. All that uncertainty leaves me with another lie, that I can be whoever I want to be. And this seems like a cool, a beautiful truth, but it is in reality the biggest burden our generation is carrying. Another part of that burden is that it doesn't matter what you believe, because if nobody's really sure of anything, then it doesn't really matter. For me, the biggest problem is it stops people from searching for truth. So the lie number 6 is that love is just a passing feeling. On the surface, it looks like freedom, it looks like a good idea, but in the end, we suddenly don't know how to connect anymore, and it leaves us with a deep sense of loneliness. Now, with all of that, the question always is, well, what if there's a God? There's a lie that stops us from searching more. Lie number 7 is that to find God, you have to be religious. It's getting worse as well. Our culture is even accusing us now of being religious people who are haters and bigots. So it's just a thing that they're looking and they go, it's not for me. I don't want to be part of that group.
Let me tell people what the 12 questions are. So number 1, aren't we better off without religion? Number 2, doesn't Christianity crush diversity? Number 3, how can you say there's only one true faith? Number 4, doesn't religion hinder morality? Number 5, doesn't religion cause violence? Number 6, how can you take the Bible literally? Number 7, hasn't science disproved Christianity? Number 8, doesn't Christianity denigrate women? Number 9, isn't Christianity homophobic? Number 10, doesn't the Bible condone slavery? Number 11, how could a loving God allow so much suffering? And number 12, how could a loving God send people to hell?
There really has been a cultural shift.
Yes.
And it's not just a cultural shift, actually. There's a cultural breakdown. Older ways of doing evangelism and Christian formation are becoming obsolete. Church is not able to form its own people. The world is catechizing them in a way that we're not. We never really are just only teaching people what the Bible says. You're also inoculating them against the dominant alternatives. The way we train doesn't take on the identity narrative or the freedom narrative or the science narrative. They're very, very profound narratives, and they're getting them dozens of times a day. We're going to have to engage those things in the way in which we do doctrinal training. I haven't seen almost any material that actually does that.
And this is where square one comes in. In order for us to have unity in the faith and unity in the knowledge of the Son of God, we must be biblically grounded.